Hello everyone, in this video I will explain about operators in Java. So what's in this video? Definition of operator, conversion of mathematical expression to Java expression, types of operators, arithmetical operators and its types, unary operator, binary operator, ternary operator, shorthand operators, relational operators, logical operators, precedence of operators and solved examples. So let's begin. So how can we define operator? We can say that an operator is a symbol which performs any kind of operation on the operands. But what is operand? An operand is a variable or a literal on which any operation is performed by the operator. For an example, average is equal to a plus b plus c divided by 3. This is an expression. If you see this expression carefully, you'll get that in this expression we have three operators. They are equal, plus and slash. Whereas average, a, b, c, 3, these are the operands. Okay, so equal to, plus and division, they are performing the operation on average, a, b, c and 3. Next topic is conversion of mathematical expression to Java expression. So I have some examples, some mathematical expressions, and I will show you how we will convert these to Java expressions. For the first one, we have used mat.pow, that is used for raising any number to the power of any value. Along with that, we have used mat.sqrt, that is for finding square root of any number. So for the numerator part, a square plus b square, we have done mat.pow a comma 2, where a is the base and 2 is the power. Mat.pow b comma 2, b is the base and 2 is the power. So a square plus b square in bracket divided by mat.sqrt a, square root of a. The second one is 1 by 3 pi r square. For that one, I have written 1 by 3.0 asterisk 22 by 7.0 asterisk r. See, we don't have any such symbol as pi in the program. So instead of writing the pi, we write the value of pi. So you can either write 3.14 or you can write 22 by 7. But know that instead of writing 22 by 7, you have to write 22 by 7.0 or 22.0 by 7. The reason I have explained in my previous video, this is because of type conversion. If both of the values are integer, then the result will come in integer. For an example, if it is 1 by 3, I write, and if I don't write 1 by 3.0, then in that case 1 by 3 will give me 0. Okay, it will not give me the exact value, it will give me 0. That is why I need to write 1 by 3.0, so that one of the operand is double. Then the result will come in double because of the implicit type conversion. Similarly, in the third example also I have converted a by b. I have written a slash b minus mat.pow b comma 2, that is b square, divided by mat.sqrt, that is square root of mat.pow a comma b, means square root of a to the power b. For the fourth one, which is cube root of x into y divided by x to the power 1 by 3, I have used mat.cbrt x asterisk y. CBRT is for finding cube root. Divided by mat.pow x to the power 1 by 3, so I have written x comma 1 by 3.0. So x is the base and 1 by 3.0 is the power. But see the last example, here we have 4. We do not have such function, but we are going to use this logic. If it is 4 in the root, then that is equal to the power 1 by 4. Okay, so using that property, I have written mat.pow n comma 1 by 4.0. Types of operators. Operators are of three types: arithmetical operators, relational operators and logical operators. I will be explaining each one of these in details. We will start with the arithmetical operators and its types. So these are the operators which are used to perform arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. There are three types of arithmetical operators. We have the unary, binary and ternary. Unary means 1, binary means 2 and ternary means 3. We'll start with the unary operator. It is a type of operator which performs operation only on one operand. We have three types of unary operators here: unary plus, unary minus, and unary increment decrement operator. Unary plus example is plus 5 plus 10. Unary minus example is minus 5 minus 10. And unary increment decrement examples are plus plus a, b minus minus, minus minus c. The third one we are going to see in details. What is unary increment and decrement? So what is the use of unary increment and unary decrement? Unary increment increases the value of the operand by 1, whereas unary decrement decreases the value of the operand by 1. Okay? Examples are, suppose x is 10. If I write x plus plus, so it will increase by 1. That means the value will become 11. If I have a variable y equal to 2 and I write y minus minus, so the value will decrease by 1, right? So it will become 1. The unary increment and decrement operator is further classified into prefix and postfix. Here the meaning of pre is before and post is after. So in prefix, the operator is placed before the operand, as you can see the examples plus plus x and minus minus y. In postfix, the operator is placed after the operand, as you can see x plus plus and y minus minus. But what is the difference? There must be any difference, right? So we have actually different rule for prefix as well as for postfix. For the prefix, the rule is first change or update the value, then apply it. For postfix, the rule is first apply the present value, then change or update it. I will be explaining this with examples now. I have these examples ready. First, see the rule. For the prefix, the rule is first change or update the value, then apply it. For postfix, the rule is first apply the present value, then change or update it. Let's come to the first question. X is 5. Y is plus plus x. As you can see, plus plus x is prefix, right? So we will be first changing the value. X will become 6 and then we will apply the new value, which is 6, because of which y will become 6. Coming to the second example, here x is 5. I can see it is written y equal to x plus plus, which is actually postfix. The rule is first apply the present value, then change or update it. So the present value, which is 5, I will apply. Then after that x will change to 6, but because I applied 5, so y will become 5 only. Coming to the third example, here p is 0. Then it is written p minus minus, but know that it is not any expression. This is just a statement without any left hand side. So we don't have to follow any specific rule for this. In this case, we will be just doing minus minus. That means p will become straightforward minus 1. But the last line, we have to follow the rule because this is expression. Always go left to right. Whenever it is more than one term, go left to right. First, see the p plus plus. Postfix, right? First, apply the present value, then change it. Then p, it is only p. It is not prefix or postfix. It is just p. Apply the value 0. The answer is equal to minus 1. Let's come to the fourth one. x1 is 1.1. x2 is minus minus x1. This is prefix. So first change the value. It will become 0.1. Then apply the new value. x2 will become 0.1. After that, coming to the last line, go left to right. First term is x1 minus minus, which is postfix. So it will be apply the present value 0.1 and then change it. it will become minus 1.1. The next term is x1 minus minus, again postfix, apply the present value which is right now minus 1.1, then change it to minus 2.1, and the last term is normal term, so apply the present value which is minus 2.1. After solving this you get minus 3.1. okay, after doing the total you get minus 3.1, which will be stored in the variable x2. Now coming to the last one, fifth one, a is minus 10, b is plus plus a, prefix, first change, so it will become minus 9. Apply minus 9, that means b will become minus 9. Then it is written b equal to plus plus a, prefix, first change, so it will become minus 8. Apply minus 8, so b will become minus 8. Coming to the last line, first term is prefix, first change, so b will become minus 7, apply minus 7. The next term is again prefix, first change, decrement, so it will become minus 8, apply minus 8. The total of which will be minus 15, that will be stored in the variable a, minus 15. Next is binary operator. It is a type of operator which performs operation on two operands. These operators are used to perform operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Examples are a plus b minus c, a divided by b, x asterisk y. You must be thinking, how can the second example be binary operator? But it is. The first operator plus is only dealing with a and b, and the second operator minus is only dealing with b and c. So therefore they are binary operators, and this example is of binary operator. Next is ternary operator. It is a type of operator which performs operation on three operands. It is also known as conditional operator. Syntax of ternary operator is operand 1 question mark, operand 2 colon, operand 3 semicolon. So normally the operand 1 is a condition. If the condition is true, then operand 2 is assigned to the variable, otherwise operand 3 is assigned to the variable. For example, if I say that x is 10, y is 20, and if I write x greater than y question mark x colon y, so in this example operand 1 is x greater than y, which is false. We can see that 10 greater than 20 is false. So operand 3 means y is assigned to z, that is z is equal to y. Next is nested ternary operator. It is the use of one ternary operator inside of another ternary operator. We have this example in which we are finding out the smallest between three numbers. Now if a is less than b, then it will move to the operand number 2, which is a less than c question mark a colon c. Otherwise it will move to the operand number 3, which is b less than c question mark b colon c. Now if a less than b, then in the first inner condition a less than c greater than a colon c, if in that a is less than c, then a is the result, otherwise c is the result. Similarly, if a is greater than b, then in the second inner condition b less than c question mark b colon c, if b is less than c, then b is the result, otherwise c is the result. Shorthand operators. Binary operators can be written in short form using shorthand operators only if the same variable is present on both sides of the equation. Shorthand operators are plus equal to, minus equal to, asterisk equal to, slash equal to, and percentage equal to. I have some examples. A equal to a plus 10 can be written as a plus equal to 10. B equal to b minus 20 can be written as b minus equal to 20. A equal to a asterisk b can be written as a asterisk equal to b. X equal to x slash 10 can be written as x slash equal to 10. R equal to r mod 10 can be written as r mod equal to 10. The only condition is that the same variable should be present on both sides of the equation. Then only we can convert that expression to shorthand. Next is the relational operators. We know that relational operators are used for writing conditions. They show the relation among the operands. Conditions which are created using relational operators gives result in true or false. So they don't give any numeric value, they give only true or false. These are the relational operators: less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, equals to, and not equal to. Remember, in the relational operator, equal to is written 2 times. Whereas if you write the equal to 1 time, that is assignment operator. So I have some examples. X is 10, y is 12, z is 13. If I write x greater than equal to y, then it is false. If I write x not equal to y, then it is true. If I write z is equal to z, it is true. If I write y less than equal to z, it is true. If I write z is greater than x, it is true. And if I write y greater than z, it is false. Next is logical operators. Logical operators are used to join 2 or more conditions together. There are 3 logical operators in Java. Not operator, which is represented by the sign exclamation. And operator, which is represented by the sign double ampersand. And or operator, which is represented by double pipeline. The symbol is known as pipeline. First is the not operator. Not operator is used to invert the outcome of any condition. That means if the condition is true, then it will become false, and if it is false, then it will become true. Suppose I have a condition x greater than y. If I write not of x greater than y, if it was true, now it will become false. If it was false, now it will become true. Next one is the AND operator. AND operator is used with 2 or more conditions, and the result is true only if all of the conditions are true. Otherwise, the result is false. I have the first condition x greater than y and the second condition y greater than z. If I combine them using the AND operator, it will be x greater than y and y greater than z. Now if first condition is true and second is true, then only the final result is true. If any one of them is false, then the result is false. Next one is the OR operator. OR operator is used with 2 or more conditions, and the result is true if any one of the condition is true. The result is false only if all of the conditions are false. Same example, but if I use logical OR, then if any one of them is true, the result will be true, and only when both of them are false, the result will be false. Now we have to know the precedence of operators. Precedence means priority or the sequence in which you are going to solve it. First is the unary operator. First you have to solve the unary operator, after which you have to solve the binary operators. After that, relational operators, then logical operators, and at last ternary operator. Now when you are solving binary operators, start with the multiplication, then division, then percentage, then plus, then minus. When you are solving the logical operators, first start with the not, then the AND operator, and then the OR operator. First example, x is 1, y is 2, z is plus plus x. So first x will change to 2, then 2 will be applied. Then plus plus y prefix, first y will change to 3, then 3 will be applied. So 2 plus 3 is 5, z will be 5. Next line is x plus equal to y. This is shorthand, so it will be equal to x plus y. Now x is 2 and y is 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. X will be updated to 5. The next one, z plus equal to y minus minus. This will be z equal to z plus y minus minus. Okay. So z right now is 5 and y minus minus is postfix. Apply the present value, which is 3. Then it will change to 2. So 5 plus 3, 8. Z will be 8. The final values, x is 5. Y is 2 and Z is 8. Coming to the second example, P is 100, Q is plus plus P, that is prefix, first change. So first P will become 101. I will apply 101 after that, because of which Q will become 101. Coming to the next line, which is ternary operator. Now you should know that in the ternary operator, never apply the value in the entire expression. Only apply the value in the condition part. If the condition is true, then apply the value in the operand number 2. If the condition is false, then apply the value in the operand number 3. So first apply in the operand 1, means in the condition. Okay, this is done. Now see the condition. If it is true or false, I can see that the condition is true. So apply the value in operand 2, which is 102, and then it will change to 103. That means Q minus minus will not happen because the condition was not false. Then 102 is assigned to the variable S. So P is 103, Q is 101, and S is 102. Coming to the third example, M is 10, N is 20, P is 21. Then it is written there N minus minus. Just decrease the value of N. It will become 19. Coming to the next line, M plus equal to N, that is equal to M equal to M plus N. So the present value of M is 10 and the present value of N is 19. So 10 plus 19 is 29. The value of M will be 29. After that we have this condition here with logical operators. The first condition says M greater than equal to P, which is 29 greater than equal to 21. This condition is true. Okay, write it there. The second condition says N less than equal to P. That means 19 is less than equal to 21, which is true. The second condition is also true. The third condition says M is equal to N, which says 29 is equal to 19, which is false. But then there is logical not operator, because of which the outcome will be inverted. So false will become true. Now after that, true and true, this will become true, and after that true or true, this will be true. So the final answer is true. Coming to the fourth example, P is 1, Q is 1 and R is 1. Next line is R is equal to R plus P plus plus. So the present value of R is 1. Okay, I will apply 1 there, and after that P plus plus postfix, apply the present value, then it changes to 2. So 1 plus 1 is 2, R will be 2. Coming to the next line which says P plus equal to minus minus Q, that will be P is equal to P plus minus minus Q. The value of P is 2 and minus minus Q will be 0. So 2 plus 0 will be equal to 2. P will remain 2. Next line is Q minus equal to P, that is Q is equal to Q minus P. So the present value of Q is 0 and the present value of P is 2. So 0 minus 2 will be minus 2, the new value of Q. Coming to the last line, go from left to right, P plus plus present value apply, then change it to 3. Minus minus Q first change, so it will be minus 3, apply the new value, minus 3. Minus minus P again prefix first change, it will be 2, apply 2. And then R plus plus postfix, apply the present value, and then after that it changes to 3. So after doing the total, I get 6 minus 3, that is equal to 3. The value of S is 3. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.